Dela writes, my MVVs, welcome.
Ebony allegedly walked into, the space where Olori Naomi was with the Ooni of Ife in the, smaller chamber with a basin of water. They said there were some elders there, and Naomi had just come to see Ooni of Ife because of what was happening. And before that time, Ebony had confronted Olori Naomi, but Olori Naomi could care less about anything that Ebony was saying because Naomi feels like Ebony would never repent and Ebony would not mean anything that she is saying. They said Ebony walked into the space where Naomi was with a basin of water in her hands. Everyone who saw her, knew something unusual was about to happen because this is not the Ebony that used to confront and challenge Queen Naomi with boldness and pride. She went straight into, the space where Olori Naomi was, had come to see the Ooni of Ife after the heavy tension that had built up between him and the Ile-Ife of Oyo. Naomi had left Lagos purposely to check on the Ooni, to, stand with him after the public ultimatum from Ile-Ife. She wanted to know how he was faring and what the atmosphere in the palace felt like. Ebony positioned the basin of water before the Ooni and Naomi. She knelt, dipped her hands in the water and began to wash her hands slowly. Then she lifted her feet and washed them too. She looked directly at Queen Naomi and said she was removing herself from every battle, from every power struggle, from every rivalry that had existed between, them. She told Naomi openly that she had won again, that, she should take her trophy and that she is, so the main wife of the Ooni of Ife, that she knows, everybody should know that she, Ebony, that she was done. She went, further to say that she is no longer, she no longer wanted immunity, that she has accepted that the covering should be removed. Her words shook many because this was the same Ebony who had fought so fiercely to remain relevant in the palace. She had spoken so strongly against Naomi. She never wanted to see Naomi in the palace. And that is why they say, when, God is with you, God is with you. Your enemy may fight. They may do everything to ruin you. But God is going to stand strong for you when God decides that he wants to stand strong for you. Now, what is the significance of that basin of water in Yoruba traditional context? They say it is deep. Washing of hands and feet before witnesses is a sign of total withdrawal, a declaration that no one is that person is no longer involved in a matter. It means she was clearing herself, saying openly that she was out of the fight. She was not just speaking with words, she was sealing it with an act of cleansing. By that washing, she was symbolically, announcing to everyone present that she was free of rivalry, that she would no longer contend with Naomi in the palace or in the heart of the Ooni of Ife. Now, they say in the Yoruba traditional custom, when a woman runs with a basin of water, royal tradition in Ile-Ife there, when a woman runs with a basin of water to go and meet an Oba, to beg that she wants to wash her hands and her feet. They said it is a gesture that is so respected in the Yoruba royal tradition. You are saying that you have surrendered completely. You are saying that these people, Kabiyesi is higher than you, Queen Naomi is higher than you, everybody seated there is higher than you. You are saying that though you may not be physically lying on the ground, but right now, literally, you're lying on the ground, you're begging for their forgiveness, that they should see you, that you are not ready to fight again, or that you are tired of that fight, you don't want to fight again. They said Olori Naomi looked at Ebony directly, unmoved by Ebony's action. Instead of taking the moment as reconciliation, she responded with fire. Naomi told Ebony she had no right to declare what she should or should not do. Naomi made it clear that Ebony could not dictate her decision, not command her presence in the palace, and could not suddenly claim to hand her any victory. Naomi told her to get out of her face immediately. Those words cut sharply through the atmosphere. They said Kabiyesi was there. Kabiyesi did not do anything or say anything because she knows that Nami is not somebody who is rash. Nami is a very meek person. For Nami to be telling Ebony publicly to get out of her face is because Nami did not see any, honesty in what Ebony was doing. They said the Ooni of Ife, was beside Olori Naomi. But, he was silent. He was silent. He didn't do anything. He allowed Nami to speak and he did not interrupt her at all. When Nami finished, he placed his hands on her back as though to support her position. Then both of them turned, together and walked out of the hall, leaving Ebony kneeling beside the basin of water. The palace attendant and chiefs who were around were left in shock. Nobody expected Ebony to come in that manner, and nobody expected Naomi to respond with that level of bluntness. For Ebony, the basin of water was supposed to be her final act of surrender, her way of clearing her name and freeing herself from the constant palace battles. But for Naomi, it's not about surrender or apology. It's about authority and respect. Naomi is not ready to accept Ebony's public act as any form of reconciliation. She's not ready to be told that she had won or to be told anything. As a matter of fact, as far as Naomi is concerned, Ebony, just stay on your own. Stay on your own. Don't come anywhere close to me. Don't tell me anything. I'm not interested in what you think. I'm not interested in what you have to say to me. Sorry. I'm just not interested. Stay on your own. Don't come anywhere close to me. As far as Naomi was concerned, or Naomi is concerned, that is all. They said the Ooni working out with Naomi, was also significant. It showed clearly where his loyalty stood. It showed who has, who he was aligning with, and it showed that the most important person in his life at the time was Olori Naomi. They said Ebony started crying again. The palace will remember that moment because it revealed two things very clearly. One, that Ebony is truly done fighting, and two, that Queen Naomi had reached a point where she would not entertain any display that seemed to, place her under anyone's, validation. Naomi has gone to that point where it's not as if some people will say, let her forgive now. Is she not the one who says she's a born-again Christian? Naomi is not. This is not about forgiveness. The thing is that a sensible person can forgive, but let your enemy stay very far away from you. So Naomi has already seen Ebony as an enemy, and urging Ebony to stay far away from her is what is important. And meanwhile, please, I want to say something to you, Ile-Ife. Ile-Ife, there is a new, social media, what do you call it? This is their law, social media law. When you're leaving a comment, I'm begging you in the name of God, do use the names that I am using. I am begging you to keep myself safe, okay? I am begging you, keep me safe, keep this channel safe for us. Use the names I am using. Do not call people's names, okay? Ile-Ife, I am begging you, okay? Because of this new law, the law is very, very serious. We need to be very careful. And be very, very careful with some of the words, very harsh words that we use. Just know that you're doing it for my sake and you're doing it for the sake of the channel. I appreciate you guys so much because you've been very supportive. Please continue to support. The social media law this time is not a small something. No. So Ile-Ife, they say Olori Naomi did not take it kindly. That was how Naomi walked out with Kabiyesi, and they say Ebony started crying all over again. Going to bring you more update. Do not forget that these are all alleged rumors, unverified information making the rounds on social media, should not be seen as fact.